What is up? I'm Jared Welch. He's Aaron Halterman. It is Thursday, December 15th, and this is a very special Blinkers Off. What's up, man?
That's right. It is very special. The Fantasy League Draft is back tonight. And you know what, Jared? I couldn't believe it when I wrote this today on the title. The 10th annual Racing Dudes Triple Crown Fantasy League Draft. Unbelievable.
Yeah, I mean, and I don't know how many years you and I just did it together, but I mean, probably 3 or 4. So, I mean, we've been doing this thing forever, it feels like. And it's just crazy. I mean, now you can see everyone, the people listening can't see it, but everyone down below us here getting ready to do their draft. And it's just kind of cool that we've been able to attract so many people that are interested in doing this every year. Every year it feels like we have a new team, or we've got how many of these 6, 7, 8 of these guys are double, 2 on a team. So we have a lot in the league.
We had to do that because you can't get more than about 10 teams because it just gets too many and there's not enough horses to go around. You want 5 horses, and that's kind of what makes it fun, that number of 50 there. So, yeah, kind of had to pair some people up, but that's all right. I think we just had to do the best we could to get to that 10 teams. I think everybody's excited. I love the teamwork with everybody. I love the trades that have been going on this year. Something a little different. We've had trades in the past, but we've had multiple ones this year, and that makes it fun too.
Yeah. So for those of you listening right now, you're thinking, what is this? This is dumb, whatever. Okay, so basically, and we'll get into it in a second, but why you need to listen is we're about to conduct the Triple Crown Fantasy League Draft, where we have the top 50, essentially 2-year-olds about to turn 3, Kentucky Derby, Triple Crown, but Kentucky Derby prospects as we head into the new year. So what better way to compile a top 50 between getting the minds of everyone, basically people scattered throughout the country, including Jon White's in the league as well. So you get, I think everybody stops what they're doing to pay attention to what he's about to pick each time him and Ryan come up. So it's for any of us, like when I've always been amazed by our league, as you could tell as we've gotten more into it, being the 10th year. Like you don't slip up. Like guys, if a good horse is coming out, there's going to be a claims in for it. You know what I mean? Like everyone is in on this thing, and like the drafting and the claiming down the road. How I got Taba without any draw or any shakes is beyond me. But every time there's a big horse, it seems like, and that's just because there's so many good minds in this league. You got to be on top of your game to win this thing.
Yep, everybody pays attention and everybody's following along very closely, and that is the fun part about it. And that's we claim horses on the Monday after the weekend's over, and yeah, it's like wow, here's a huge debut, and here's 8 horses that are eight people that are going to try to claim the same horse, and we have to do shakes and stuff like that. So yeah, there's no secrets in this league. Everybody knows what's going on.
Yeah, no, and for those that are kind of new in the league or that are joining, to Shoddy and Davey join the league, like every time there's a maiden special weight, or even the bigger, some of these horses that are going to be running the springboard or the low style for charity, or even some of these might be running in a maiden special weight that weekend of you drafting or right after. It's a lot of pressure because you feel like now they have to perform. If your horse goes and is awful afterwards. You're like, well, how soon can we claim?
We're gonna have a couple like that that are gonna be drafted today that are running on Saturday. So we're gonna see some heartbreaks or some people really happy right off the bat.
Well, between the springboard and the low style for charity, maybe a maiden special weight or 2, there's gonna be 7, 8, 9 horses probably drafted tonight that will be running real quick in a turnaround. So without further ado, I'm gonna. You know what? Here's what we'll do. I'll give you a little bit of intro. We'll take it away, and then you can take over the show, and it's yours for the rest of the night. How about that?
I like it.
All right. We're going to conduct the 10th annual Racing Dudes Triple Crown Fantasy Horse Racing League Draft. Good Lord. For the upcoming 2022 Triple Crown Racing season, featuring your host, Aaron Halterman, defending champ. I didn't write this, by the way, but I love that they made sure to include defending champion, the Magic Mike Show. Of course they did. Legendary handicapper Jon White, Jared. I don't get anything, just Jared Welch, Paul Freebeers, Withrow, and many more. Let's go. I know I didn't get anything. These are the defending champions. All right, let's play the clip from last year. I think I still have it on here. We'll shout out to life is good. And
Okay.
then you can take over from there. How about that?
Okay.
Where is that? Let's see. Somewhere on here. Maybe Magic deleted it.
Well, how about we don't play a clip then?
Well, we don't. All right. What do you say? You ready?
Let's do it.
All right. 3, 2, 1. It is time for the 10th annual Racing Dudes Fantasy League, Triple Crown Fantasy League draft. And you know what? I'm done. This is it. I don't want to do it anymore. It seems like there's going to be a lot of work put into this show. So you can take over from here. You are the dictator. And so you can take over from here.
Well, thank Jared. I really think everybody's been waiting for those words to be said. So I'm glad that you've given me the floor and let me take over the show tonight. It is the 10th annual, believe it or not, Triple Crown Fantasy Draft. We're going to draft 50 horses tonight. It's going to be a hell of a lot of fun. If you're tuning in for the first time, we do a fantasy league draft for horse racing. It used to just be Jared and I. We kept expanding and expanding. We've got 10 teams, I think 16 total people involved. And basically what we do, we draft 50 horses tonight. These 10 teams will each draft 5 horses. It's a snake style draft. So, if I get the first pick in the first round, I'm all the way to the last pick in the second round and try to make it as fair as possible. And let's just get right to it and let's get down to it. Here's what happened. I drew the number 1 pick in this year's fantasy league draft. But you know what? I do not have it now because I traded it with this man. Paul Freebeer's Withrow will actually have the number 1 pick after a trade. And so there you see the draft board. Paul will have the number 1 pick. I don't know, Jared, should we quit messing around and just start this thing?
Yeah, I think people are, especially the people down below here, they're getting very antsy. I can tell they're all moving around. They're very ready for this thing to get going. So yeah, let's put, Paul had such a legendary first. I guess I can't talk shit. I picked Emmanuel, but he had Smile Happy last year in the first round. So let's see if he can outdo himself. Surely he can't screw this up, getting the number 1 overall pick that he traded for, right?
That's right. Yes. And so Paul got my first, third, and fourth round pick. I got Paul's first, second, and third round pick. So I'll be here in just a minute. I'm on drafting number 4. Let's bring him in now. Let's bring in Freebeers himself. He is set. He is ready. I guess I'm going to bring him in now. Typical fashion, Magic late with the button, but we're gonna time that better. All right, Paul, you're here. You're ready. You traded up for this pick. Who you got?
Yeah, so I've actually had this horse stabled on Equibase since before his first workout. I'm going to make it quick, and then I'm going to disappear for a while because I don't have a pick for a long time, but I think it's going to be worth it. So Arabian Night is the first pick overall.
Arabian Night, first pick overall, maiden special weight winner on Saturday of the Breeders' Cup. What was the big thing that made you take him number 1?
Anytime somebody's willing to put down $2.3 million on a horse, that doesn't necessarily guarantee success. But when you look at this horse, Uncle Mo, he's been an outstanding sire. When you look at the pedigree on this horse, and then when you see the horse on the track, he just blows you away. And watching him at Keeneland on Breeders' Cup, win that maiden race and that race has actually come back to be a pretty strong race. Some of those horses have come back and broken their maiden since then or ran well. He just looked like a different animal on the track that day.
You're not wrong. You're definitely not wrong. He looked very, very good. He kind of had a little bit of a paddling motion, almost like a Central Quality did a couple of years ago. Any concern there? That was my one pause with that. Did you kind of take that into consideration, or that's not a worry for you?
No, when you're out front by 6 lengths, nobody really cares if you're paddling or not. So
I was going to take him number 1, and I had the same thought. When you've got talent, doesn't really matter how you're doing it if you're faster. So I'm with you. All right, Paul. Like I said, good talking to you. I'll see you in a couple hours, I guess. Right?
See you a little bit.
All right. So Paul's going to get number 1. He gets Arabian Night. He gets the horse that he really wanted in this draft, and we'll see if it pays off. He put all in there kind of for Arabian Night. All right. Let's bring in my good friend, Kelby Von Hemel, for pick number 2. There he is, the legend himself, Kelby. You and Evil Stevel got the 2 pick this year. Pretty good. You guys are a newish team. You guys were in the league, but now you're together. All right, Kelby, let us know. Who are you going with?
Forte.
Well, is it pretty much self-explanatory?
Well, I don't a little bit, yeah.
I mean, 3-time grade 1 winner, right?
Yeah, pretty impressive. But
Yeah.
when we were at the sale, Dad and I bid on him, and we were just a little bit short in the money, so we're kind of rooting for him.
I did not realize that. How far away were you from getting him?
Well, those people had way more money than we did, but we bid 102,000, and he went for 110. So,
Oh, wow, that's kind of a heartbreak. Well,
yeah.
well, I mean, he's in good hands at least, right?
Yep, we can root for Pletcher.
Yep, exactly. And now you have him, so that's good. I want to know: are we going to win the Queen's Plate with those 2 horses that I bought into today?
First and second, man.
All right, I like
Do
it.
it.
All right, Kelby. Number 2 for Evil Stevel and Kelby. They're going with Forte. All right. Well, I hate to introduce these guys next, but we have to because they're next up on the board. The Magic Mike Show picks 3rd.
Welcome back to the Magic Mike Show, presenting the Racing Dudes Triple Crown Fantasy League. Ladies and gentlemen, it's so good to be home. Without further ado, Mr. Somich, take it away. Who are we taking 3rd overall?
You know, when we were thinking about this pick, we really had to decide who we should listen to. And for us, it was Young Money. We're going to take Cave Rock, baby. We got to take Cave Rock in this spot. He was awesome for Baffert. He should have won the Breeders' Cup Juvenile. Give us Cave Rock. Give us all the California points taking Arabian Night 1. What are you talking about? It's just a joke.
Magic Mike got Cave Rock.
Okay, well, that's good. Glad to see you guys showed up with Cave Rock at number 3. Thankfully, that's over. We won't have to see them again for a little while. Costume change number 1 for Magic tonight as he shows up with, I don't know what you want to call that. All right, let's move on. Number 4, that is myself. I traded down to this 4th pick. I'll make it short and sweet. Reason why I traded is there were 4 horses that I ranked very, very closely together. I thought if I could trade down, get some better picks in the middle rounds, I would just go ahead and take this 4th pick and take the quote-unquote horse that's left. I'm going to go Arabian Lion with the number 4 pick in the draft tonight. Going to run at Los Alamitos. We'll see what happens. I thought he was really impressive in that 2nd race at Keeneland. He just got beat by a horse that was just better at that distance that day in Giant Mischief. Of course, we'll also see in the Springboard Mile. So Arabian Lion for B at number 4. And at number 5, he's traded up for it. We'll bring in Jared.
I mean, I don't even know anymore, to be honest with you.
I'm just really relieved you didn't come in screaming.
I mean, the belt is awesome, by the way. I missed last week's show. You and Dummy were on here doing it, and seeing the belt, I love the nice touch. I'll give him credit. The belt's cool. Is it a traveling belt? You just nod your head, yes or no. Is this a traveling belt? Oh no, we got to buy our own belts. Okay, I guess we just got to keep winning, Magic. Okay, with my pick, I did trade up with Shoddy, new members Shoddy and Davey. The reason I did that, I had the 7th, they had the 5th. I wanted to bypass my good friends John and Ryan because I had a feeling they may take this horse. This was the clear number one horse until recent news with the horse being off a little bit with the ankle chip injury. Has surgery already. He's taken care of. Should be back in the Asmussen barn here in a few weeks. Extra Anejo is my pick here at 5 overall. I just felt like this is a horse that obviously he's got a ton of talent, a ton of upside. When this horse, if and when this horse comes back, I mean, this horse could become. You don't win the league right now. You win the league in April and May, and if he's good by April and May, that's going to be enough to get me get me in there. So there you go.
All right. So no concern whatsoever.
I mean, of course there's concern. Like, he may not come back. I mean, that's the deal. But my thought process here is, okay, who am I taking? If I don't take him, who am I taking at 7? Like maybe Giant Mischief or something like that. And I just don't like the upside with Extra Anejo is it. I think the meat of this draft is right in the middle. 3rd and 4th rounds is when you can get a horse that could really do some damage. So I decided I would chalk some of those picks and just take a leap with a horse that I know has got a ton of talent, assuming he comes back.
All right, there it is. At 5, Extra Anejo. Jared's hoping that the Michael does not like the pick. He says it's a bad pick, but
Bad pick.
We'll see. Bad pick. All right, here we go. Jared with Extra Anejo. All right, let's class this joint up a little bit. Let's bring in Ryan Stillman from the Jon and Ryan team. Let's bring in Ryan. Let's see what happens with the 6. There he is. There is. Everybody goes, oh, it's not Jon, it's Ryan. But don't worry. Jon has been on the phone the whole time with Ryan. He's in the controls. Mr. Stillman, how are we this evening?
Good to be here today, Aaron. Yes, sorry, but I'm here on behalf of Jon White, and we'll get right to it. Jon/Ryan will take Loggins. He came close to beating number 2 pick Forte. We're not excited about Loggins, but our motto is WBIC. We believe in Cox. So thanks for having us. And
Ryan, I said you needed to class the joint up, not dirty jokes.
It just needed something after this, I don't know. It just felt right. But glad to be here again. And yeah, see you in a little bit, guys.
So hold on, I got to ask you. Oh, he's gone. I had another question for him, Magic. There you go. I have to ask you. Same thing I asked Jared. Are you concerned Loggins is going to miss some time? Going to be a little bit later before he runs?
Yeah, but I think the again, just the thing is, like, this is a hard. I mean, you tell me, Aaron. What do you think? I think being around 6, it's a hard pick, right? Right now, he's a talented horse. He's a hard one. He can go either way. You're looking for a horse that can possibly be a really big talent, right? If you believe Forte is very good, which I think everybody here, even below me, would agree, then you have to sort of like Loggins and be willing to take that risk. It's absolutely a risk, though. I don't want to be back on a meme from Magic next year going, oh, you thought he was a cinch. Absolutely.
So basically, though, you're saying he's a hard Cox.
Exactly. That's what I'm trying to say.
Okay, thanks, Ryan. I appreciate it. We'll see you back soon. Hopefully you got more jokes for us. All right, let's go to the new team. They traded down. We had to wait a couple picks, but we've got Shoddy and Davey. Let's bring them in now. There they are, the new team.
Whoa.
I gotta say, I don't know. No one else could see this, but as soon as you said Loggins, I was like, yeah, get him out of here. Okay. Okay.
You were not a Loggins fan?
Oh, we were, but we were really hoping that Jon didn't take the horse that we were actually going to take.
Oh, nice.
So that was the risk. So Jared messages us 30 minutes before the show starts. He's like, hey, can we go ahead and do this trade? We're like, man, I don't know. Because as the new folks, we don't want to embarrass ourselves.
Sure.
Right, Davey?
Correct.
I think it's a good trade.
Yeah, I do too.
Trade. It worked out in our favor because we still have who we wanted for our first pick.
All right, guys. Well, let's hear it.
So we're gonna jump onto the Baffert train, and we're gonna take National Treasure.
All right, National Treasure coming in here, 3rd Breeders' Cup Juvenile. Guys, do you think it's just Shoddy? I'll ask you. Do you think this horse is just ready to improve as a 3-year-old?
Oh, definitely. That and just, I mean, if you like Cave Rock, you gotta like National Treasure. Come on.
I think you're right. Yes. And Davey, I'll ask you, the Oklahoma boy, will you be at the Springboard Mile on Saturday?
I will be there. I haven't missed one in the past 3 years, so I'm excited.
Awesome. I love it. All right, guys. I'm really happy to have you here. And all right, I think you guys did well. National Treasure with the 7th pick. All right, let's bring in the old guard now. Now, Vinny, he's been in here, like 100 years for this draft. Let's bring Vinny in. All right, Vinny. I know you're upset that nobody would
little bit.
trade for you.
Little salty. I didn't pull a trade off to get Arabian Lion. But
Maybe you could make a trade now. Maybe you're going to draft somebody that I really want, and we'll just swap.
Well, maybe because I am going to take a horse that's running in your absolute favorite race.
Okay.
I'm going with Giant Mischief.
All right.
Yeah.
I like it. I'm not going to trade with you, but tell us why you like Giant Mischief.
Well, he beat Arabian Lion last time out, and his pedigree is sneaky good. He is out of a stakes-winning dam, but her pedigree was very good. So I do think the horse can stretch out. Honestly, I was not excited for this first round after the first 4 picks. So kind of just taking a swing and hoping that this horse can stretch out. It won't surprise me at all if he can't. But you did add the Woody Stevens to the points this year. So if he doesn't stretch out, I'm hoping he does end up being a very good one-turn horse.
He could be tough in the 20-point Woody Stevens. You're right. And if you're close, that could make a big difference.
Yep. So that was kind of my thought. But yeah, I was not really excited for any, kind of like Ryan and John. I'm just going to take a swing and hope that this Cox horse can do a little bit here.
So you believe in Cox as well.
Yep.
Okay, good to know. All right, Vinny, thanks for coming up here at number 8. Listen, we really got to get somebody in here now that can kind of get us leveled off. I have confidence Geis can do it with this 9th pick. Okay, don't disappoint me.
We're basically throwing darts at this point, aren't we?
Yes.
I'm not sure they're any good horses. So my philosophy now is to go with trainers that, are good people and don't get in fights on social media, and would never embarrass their ownership groups. So I'm going to go ahead and go with Blazing Sevens, the Chad Brown trainee out of New York. What? Why are you laughing?
No reason.
Okay. The Chad Brown trainee out of New York. I will share my philosophy on why I'm doing it this way at the end. I don't want to give away any of my strategy.
Oh, well, that makes total sense. Yeah.
It doesn't make any sense at all, but
well, you've picked a trainer that we all can get behind and root for. There's no question.
He's always the underdog. How can you not cheer for him?
Yes. Yeah, he never has the favorite in any races, that's for sure. The thing I really like about him, one more thing before we go on, he treats all his owners the same.
I can definitely say that from experience.
Well, I thought we would class it up a bit, but I think we threw the biggest shade yet, didn't we?
I don't feel like doing that.
All right, guys. Thanks for coming on with the 9th pick there. Blazing Sevens, funniest one yet. All right, Dan and Michael Myers have the 10 and the 11 pick. I believe it's Michael that's going to represent them. Dan can't figure it out. We'll bring in Michael now. There he is. All right. You can figure it out. That's good news.
I don't think anybody actually cares about me. I'll bring the child.
All right. Good deal.
All right. Our first pick is, we know for sure on this one, is Signator. Shug's got a big tap at purchase. Broke his maiden second time out.
Like it?
And we're arguing about our second pick.
Oh, surely not.
No.
Who are you between? Actually, don't tell us. That could give something
Right,
away.
that would screw everything up.
Yes, because everybody's waiting for Dan's.
We're going to go. Tough Luck Bob doesn't have many horses left in this, so we're going to go with Having a Meltdown. I'm a little worried he's a sprinter, but just rack up points sprinting is fine as well.
I like it. Having a Meltdown. I don't know. I think the horse, it's 50-50, wouldn't you say?
Yeah.
All right. Tough Luck Bob, Having a Meltdown, and Shug McGahee, 2 of the best trainers as far as being clean, right, in the whole country. They're kind of the same, right?
Definitely. They never pop on any tests ever. Hopefully, Shug and Chad Brown fight at some point. That never happened. We would love to see that at the Derby. That'd be cool.
That would be cool. I might pay like pay-per-view for that. Yeah,
I would.
for sure. All right, let's bring Geist back in here with the 12 pick. Michael's got his too. Let's bring Geist back. All right, pick 12, guys. Here we go.
Yeah, I'm actually kind of surprised this horse is still available. So I'm going to go Instant Coffee from Brad Cox.
I'm very surprised by that as well. Yeah, what's your guess? I thought he would go in the top 6 or 7.
Honestly, I didn't even have him on my pick list because I didn't think he'd be there. Obviously, the Jockey Club did great last year, so hopefully we can get some more winners out of it. I don't know. This group was much more. There's too much variance on the 4 through 50 horses to really have any confidence in any of them. So we'll take a Brad Cox Kentucky runner and see if we can't get some points that way.
All right, I like it. Instant Coffee, Kentucky Jockey Club winner, going at number 12. All right, we got to bring Vinny back in that beautiful sweater of Vinny's. I'm serious.
It's festive. I have enough. I could have changed for everybody's pick. Well, I think it was Michael took having a meltdown, said there's no Bafferts left. I might be taking a little reach here, but I'm going to go with the Bob Baffert trained Fort Warren here. Okay. Really like the pedigree. Have probably Baffert's 4th or 5th horse right now, though. But if he wins again, he'll be right up there.
I kind of like that horse. I thought the maiden win was pretty good there for Fort Warren, so I like it. I think it's a good one. All right, Baffert with Fort Warren. You are listen. Why are you worried? You got Giant Mischief. You got Fort Warren. Why do you need Arabian?
Oh yeah, I'm just taking sprinters. That's it.
I love it. All right, let's bring in Shoddy and Davey back here with the 14th pick.
So Magic knows that I'm devastated by Signator being gone. Thank you, Magic. He knew. So we're going to throw a curveball here. I know we're a new team, but Davey, before I say it, do you want to say anything?
It's gonna be a surprise, but also it's capable. So
okay, I'm waiting.
All right, so our second pick is Hoosier Philly.
Ooh, okay. Explain.
Well, she was actually number 12 on our list, so we are kind of happy. So, like, when Jared messaged us, we're like, oh, man, we could totally get Signator and Hoosier Philly, but, Signator's gone. Oh, my heart. But since she's being allegedly pointed towards the Louisiana Derby, first of all, Derby points. Second of all, even if she doesn't go that way, she'll still get points. If I read the rules correctly, you still get 5 points if they win a race.
Mm-hmm.
And I think even if she's definitely capable. And if she doesn't make it to the Derby gates, she might make it to the Preakness or Belmont gates. So that's
she's looked awfully good so far. There's no doubt.
Yeah.
So all right. Well, the first filly taken by a filly in the draft. I like it. What a storyline. That'll be the headline for the Post. All right. Hoosier Philly, 14 for Shoddy and Davey. Taking that filly. Boy, she has looked really, really good. And a couple of starts there at Churchill. All right, let's bring back Ryan for John and Ryan's pick. All right, Ryan, you've been working the phone. I see you in the background. You're texting right now. What are you guys thinking at number 15?
Just give me 1 second because I'm going back and forth over phone here.
Uh-oh. Are you guys arguing?
No. It's just... Oh my. Wait, John, did you text it through, buddy? 1 sec.
If you do not agree with this, you're cursed.
Very well earned. Okay. Here it is.
Okay.
Ryan and John. We take Echo again. We missed out on Extra Neho, and we'll take another Winchell Asmussen.
All right. Echo again. He's running in the Springboard Mile coming up. We talked about it. How pumped are you to see Echo again this weekend at Remington Park?
to be quite honest with you, if you have not seen Aaron's incredible video of the Remington Park preview, I really loved it. And I think you put it very adequately. It's a coin toss, that race, right? There's a lot of questions with Echo again, but this is the sort of second round where you take some swings and see what happens. And, I feel like it's appropriate to take a shot. We respect it. So fingers crossed. That's how you got to look at this, right? What are your thoughts on it, Aaron?
Listen, I love it because I think Echo again, the ceiling's either really, really high or it's going to totally drop off, right? But Steve Asmussen was really, really high on Echo again at that maiden at Saratoga. Didn't run very well the next time. Ran very well in a race that you're not going to see in the past performances because it got canceled because of an unfortunate spill. But he turned for home looking like he was going to win a 2-turn race. Springboard Mile, Davey's going to be there live and in person. I don't know. He might trip him or something now that he's not on his team. That's the problem, Ryan. I would worry about that.
Well, we'll see how it all plays out. But let's go. Let's see how it all plays out. Fingers crossed. And don't forget to bet this weekend. And if you're betting, bet with racingdudes.com. All right, I'm out. I did my part.
All right. Let's go on to number 16. They were gone so soon, but Shoddy and Davey are back with the 16th pick. All right, guys, you're back.
We are back.
I really want a horse at 17, and I really hope you don't take him right here. So there you go.
Well, I don't know what it is, but we're going to go to Brad Cox, and we're going to get Verifying.
Good pick. Good pick, Davey. Good pick. Tell us why.
Thank you. He's out of Justified. Brad Cox. It's a great combination. He already has proven himself on the track. He's done great. I think he's going to get some great Derby points.
Yeah, great pedigree for this one as well. All right. Verifying, going to Davey and Shoddy. I like it. And you didn't get the one I wanted. And I'm very, very happy. I'm a bit shocked that this horse has fallen to me at 17. By the way, it is my pick, the 17th pick here in the draft. I had this one ranked as a top 10 pick. I'm going to Brad Cox once again. Boy, poor Brad Cox. He doesn't have any good horses this year, I guess. I'm going to go with Victory Formation in this pick at 17. I talked to Magic about Victory Formation earlier today, and as you can see on the draft board, Magic is so mad that he's not getting this horse. We really like him. He's 2 for 2, solid maiden special weight win at Keeneland, and then an allowance optional claiming win at Churchill Downs. I am so happy I could take this away from the team who's going to draft next. Let's bring in number 18, the Magic Mike Show.
Competing at a combined weight of...
Well, it's interesting you took Victory Formation there because I don't know if you know this, but we were in Victory Formation pretty much the entire last half of this league, just taking knees and running out the clock because we were so far ahead.
Okay. I'm looking at this list right now. Mike, I think we can already start getting in that pose again, buddy. I mean, look at this. First of all, let's already start going through it. Giant Mischief, really? The horse is running on Lasix. You know why? Because he can't freaking run without it, and because he's not going to get Derby points because of that. It's a terrible pick, Vinny. What are you doing? Come on. That is an absolutely ridiculous one. Verifying, everybody was so excited for that, except apparently the team that picked him. I have to Midnight Bisu, by the way. I think Dictator, that's what you were looking for. And by the way, who's your filly? I am trying to help you folks out. I'm trying to make it so you don't finish last in this league. I'm trying to help you, and you take the damn who's your filly. I don't understand, Mike. This is terrible. But you know what isn't terrible? There's a woman that has been disrespected and maligned for years in horse racing, not getting the respect as a trainer that she deserves. The folks at New York, at Naira, they're trying to keep her out. They have not kept Saratoga Slim's favorite future daughter-in-law, Linda Rice, down. They have not kept her down. They will not keep her down. We're going with Arctic Arrogance, the New York-bred son of Uncle Mo, and hashtag free Linda Rice.
Is that okay?
We all right. Point.
Okay, well, that was fun, Magic. You just ripped everybody's horses, and then you got the second place runner of the Rimson on your team. That's great. Oh, he left for that. All right. All right, at number 19, we're going to bring back in Kelby for Stevel and Kelby's pick. All right, Kelb, you're back. These people are nuts. I'm always excited when you're back. I know it's going to be calm. So who you got at 19?
Well, I was kind of expecting Steve to do this. I didn't know he wasn't going to be on here. We ended up on Tappett's Conquest.
All right. Tappett's Conquest. I'm guessing this is a Steve pick.
Yeah, well, we both like him. I mean,
Okay.
Brad Clocksbarn. It's hard not to pick those.
Is he seriously? Is Brad Cox going to win like 12 of these preps this year?
No, but we like to think we have the one he's going to win at least a couple with.
That's a great reply. All right. Typical Kelby reply there. Thank you, Mr. Von Hemel. And get to shoeing those horses for me because we need to win the Queen's Plate. All right, let's go back to the 20th pick in the draft now. It is back to me. Oh, boy. This is where it gets tough, but I do have one I kind of like. And this is one that nobody really seems to be talking about, and maybe I'm just crazy. It's a Florida bred out of the Todd Pletcher's barn. It has a very, very strange name. With the 20th pick, I'm going to take Rutter's Min. That's right. Rutter's Min from the Todd Pletcher barn. I really like this horse. I watched the horse's debut race. It looked really, really good. Beat a horse that came back to win. Got a really nice speed figure. So Rutter's Min, the 20th pick for me. And now let's bring back finally free beers for the 21st pick.
All right. With the 21st pick, I did not expect this horse to be here. I'm actually going to go to the same exact barn that you just picked out of, Aaron. I'm going to go Litigate.
Litigate, another Todd Pletcher horse. What do you like about Litigate?
You know, again, back to breeding, Blame, Mine Chef Mare. This horse is going to want to run all day long. So even if he's not quite ready for the Derby, Todd Pletcher's done great. Won the Belmont last year. This is a horse that's going to love that distance. Should enjoy all the classic distances.
I agree. I had this one. I'm thinking maybe 24. I could have got that one. So you may have stole a little one from there for me. But listen, after Arabian Night flops, you're going to need it. So I feel pretty good that you got that horse.
I got both coasts covered now. So
exactly. Yes. All right. With 21st pick, free beers is taken. Litigate. All right. Let's move on to 22. Magic, if you could check, I think Evil Stevel is in the waiting room. And maybe we can get him on. He's saying that he's trying to get in and he can't. So you might check that. Because he is up, Evil Stevel and Kelby, with this 22nd pick. We'll see here. We are looking. We're waiting. We might be able to get both of them. We'll see what happens. Magic shaking his head. All right, with the 22nd pick, Evil Stevel and Kelby, go ahead and play the music, and maybe Evil will be here once it's done. All right, there's Kelby. We don't have Evil Stevel. Do you know the pick, Kelby?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Should we wait or should we just have you do it?
He's texting me right now. I got the 3 bubbles, 3 dots. No, okay. He said, let's go ahead and say Fort Bragg, Baffert.
Oh, you stole that one. Fort Bragg going to run this weekend at Los Al. What do you guys like about Fort Bragg?
I'm not sure. That's Steve's pick. I mean, it's Baffert. He's running this weekend. The time you can't beat Baffert. So,
well, I mean that's good enough, right?
And he's not the morning line favorite, which I like. So,
yeah, the other Baffert angle for sure.
Absolutely.
Behind the scenes talk, because this is the most interesting team in the league. How have you guys been functioning so far as a team?
I mean, absolute top notch, man. as good as it gets right here.
I could have guessed that. All right. Well, we will see you back in the next round. Hopefully we can get Evil Stevel aboard to be on the show. It's not a fantasy draft without Evil Stevel. All right. It's back to the Lunatics at 23, the Magic Mike Show.
They might be the most cohesive team. We are definitely the most beautiful team. And Geist, I saw your comments in the chat. I can't take the jacket off and show you more. You got to go to my OnlyFans account if you want to see that information right there. Gun show ain't free, y'all. However, we do have a horse that we love here a lot. You know, there's all this talks about Cox and things being hard and which Cox and that Cox and blah, blah, blah. There's only one Cox that matters this year. Mike, do you want to tell them who we're taking with the 3rd round pick?
This one's just slipping through the cracks because he just debuted on Thursday, but give us Tappet Shoes, half to Cyberknife, winning down at Fairgrounds last week. Going to rack up those Louisiana points for us, baby.
He said it all. Cyberknife, half brother down there. Cox already knows how to handle it because he had to deal with freaking Cyberknife. He said Tappet Shoes is just like him, but all you got to do is just run the same game plan back, and you already know what you're doing. Tippity tappity, riding them shoes, baby.
All right. Well, thanks, guys, for coming on. I've got no further comments for you guys. I think you've done well. No questions at this time. I'm sorry that Somich has to be lumped in with Magic in this situation, but he does. All right, let's keep it going. Let's go to the 24th pick. Oh, it's me. The 24th pick here. Pretty happy so far. Man, it's all right. I'm going to do it. I'm going to go with another Baffert horse here in this spot. Horse just recently broke the maiden. I'm going to go with Reincarnate with the 24th pick here for Tough Luck Bob. Hopefully he can have 4 or 5 winners. And as you can see, it's kind of a Bob Baffert, Brad Cox heavy, draft this year. So Reincarnate for me. All right, let's bring in the champion of this league 2 years back, Jared Welch, with the 25th pick.
Hey, I'm back. Talking about the OnlyFans, I'm still waiting for that login account information from Magic because he's the only one of us that actually has an OnlyFans account. We found out at the Breeders' Cup. But anyways,
right.
Correct. Boy, lots has happened since I was here last. Few of those picks. By the way, so whoever said like there's no Bafferts, like I have like four, maybe like out of my 50 horses, probably 20 are Baffert horses. I don't know who said there's no Baffert horses. Baffert and Brad Cox may win every race this year. I'm going to go with, oh man, these people are starting to reach here with horses I wanted, but I didn't think they'd be, would be taken this fast. A horse that I really want to get, and maybe it's a little bit of a reach. We talked about Brad Cox. How about Corona Bolt?
Ooh, good one. I like it. Talk about Corona Bolt.
Corona Bolt's a horse that debuted. Well, actually was a big purchase price for Brad Cox, $225K purchase price. Didn't debut till recently, but I remember I was talking about this. Was it you and me, or maybe me and Somich that talked about this horse when the horse debuted? I think it was me and Somich that did the pick 5. Debuted at Churchill Downs back in November. But a horse that is back on the work tab. Brett, obviously, Bolt de Oro, Stone Street owns the horse. So I think this horse is going, for Brad Cox. Basically, you're at the point where you're taking shots with these Brad Cox horses, hopefully, and hoping one of them pops. So Corona Bolt, I like the way that horse won. So that's my pick.
All right, Corona Bolt, he was on my list as well. I think that horse has got a big future. And like I said, poor Brad Cox, he just he doesn't have any good runners this year, it seems like. So, all right, we're halfway through, and at 25, Jared takes Corona Bolt. Jared will be back here in just a second because he's got the 27th pick. But before he does, we're going to bring Stillman back for pick number 26.
Good to see you again, Kamish. Here we go. John and Ryan pick expensive Baffert trained Hijazi. And if you want to know why, pickings are now slim. But, it does piggyback off of Jared when, everyone's like, oh, there's no more Bafferts. What am I going to do? And now we're here with another Baffert. But there you go.
I'm counting on my list just quickly. I've got at least 3 more that I'm thinking about. So I think
you heard that. So stay tuned if you're listening and you're a Baffert wondering where do you go from here? More Bafferts to come, it sounds like, according to Aaron.
It's like draft day, the horses are all in their stalls waiting for the phone to ring to get drafted. They're like, don't worry. Maybe the second day you'll get drafted out of this Baffert barn. So,
exactly. We'll see you guys in a little bit. Take care.
All right, Hijazi at 26 for Ryan. Let's bring Jared back with the 27th pick. All right, Jared, another Baffert.
Yeah, actually it is. That's what's so funny about it. I've got to have a Baffert on my team, right? I've gotten an Asmussen, I've got a Brad Cox. It's time for a Bob Baffert horse, and just perfectly that you guys set that up perfect for the fact that we continue to have. I like Jazzy. I had that horse on my list. Obviously, a $3.55 million horse for Bob Baffert. Has a ton of upside, a ton of hype. Talk about a horse that has a ton of hype that maybe it's being a little bit of an afterthought because of the effort last time out in that American Pharoah Stakes, but since has been working out really well, including a bullet last time out, and kind of is being treated a little bit like a prized horse for Bob Baffert. Let's go with the son of Triple Crown winner, a horse that won me the Fantasy League 2 years back, Justify, son of Triple Crown winner, Justify, Gandolfini. For Bob Baffert.
All right, going with another Justify horse, trying to recreate that magic with that 27th pick. I think it was Vinny. Oh, go ahead, Magic. Nope, go ahead.
Run, you little bitch.
All right, thanks, Jared. All right, I think it was Vinny that said there were no Bafferts left. Maybe a couple of picks ago. Let's bring Vinny back and have
By the
him
way,
defend himself.
that's aged really well, Vinny. Go.
With the 28th pick. It wasn't Vinny? Oh, Magic said it wasn't. Okay, who knows? Vinny, sorry, but come back for the 28th pick.
Yeah, that was the Michael and I don't know, I forget who's on Michael and Dan team that said there were no Bafferts left.
Gotcha. Okay.
I really thought Corona Bolt was going to fall to me. I'm kind of mad at Jared. I am going to go away from the Baffert and Cox train for a second. I'm going to go with Point Proven for Pletcher.
All right. Point Proven. What do you think about this horse?
He didn't look great his first couple starts, but at 1 1/8, he seemed to put the pieces together and looked really good. With his pedigree, I'm hoping that just means he wants the distance. Not super high hopes here, but I think it is a Baffert Cox heavy draft, and somebody's got to run second to them, right? So
I like it. Point Proven certainly could run second. He might even win down in Florida. He could avoid them all. See, that's the thing. You got to go down to Florida to avoid these Cox and Baffert runners. All right, Vinny with Point Proven at 28. At 29, we will bring back Geist. All right, pick 29. Take it away.
Yeah, I think I'm going to go with a trainer. I believe this will be the first one from this trainer. And when you think Kentucky Derby winning trainer, I mean, you obviously think Steve Asmussen, right? So I think this is going to be his year, and we'll hope to sneak some of those down south points out of Gulfport.
Gulfport. All right. Yeah. What do you think about him stretching out? I think it's going to help him.
I think so. And if you're looking at horses that can probably improve, I think the last 2 races were subpar efforts, and you watch those trips and maybe you can make excuses for them. At this stage, I don't know who just said it, but we're reaching on all these horses now. I think the stretch out could potentially help.
Yep, I think so too. He's kind of a goofy horse too. Maybe he kind of gets that worked out. And like you said, when you think of Derby, you think of 0 for a million, Steve Asmussen. So hopefully Gulfport is the one to break that streak for guys. All right, we're going to bring back Michael Myers for Dan's and Michael's 30 and 31st pick. I thought, there he is. All right, Michael, who we got at 30?
First, I need to defend myself. I said the Bafferts were getting limited, and so I decided to grab one. I didn't say there weren't any more left, but as everyone has stated, they're starting to just grab Bafferts because it's Baffert, which proves my point that they're getting limited. So I will accept everybody's apology.
Well, one by one, they will apologize. I will make them.
I'm sure they will. All right, so my pick will be the first Japanese horse to run in the money. I'm not calling it a big shot, but I'm going with Continuar. He won the first leg of Japan's Road to the Derby. He broke his maiden on debut at 9 furlongs, lost an allowance to the horse who won the second leg, and he's trained by the same trainer who blew up the distaff 2 years ago with Marsh Lorraine, and then also trains Loves Only You. He said he was skipping the second leg on purpose, prepping for Saudi, and coming to Kentucky. Continue R.
All right, continue R. Surely the Japanese are going to win that race one day. They're winning all the other big ones.
At some point, I'm just playing probabilities.
There you go. All right, 31st, who you got?
I don't like this. My teammate wants Awesome Strong.
Okay. Do you know why?
I don't know. He just said Awesome Strong, undefeated.
Awesome Strong. I don't have him on the list. Hold on. Let me look him up.
Let me look him up too while we're speaking.
Okay. Florida Bred has won 4 straight races against Florida Bred Company. So it's
Great.
4 for 4 down at Gulfstream. Yeah.
Awesome. Who
You
trains
love
him?
it? Jorge
Delgado.
Delgado. Pretty good Florida Bred trainer for sure.
All right. Well, maybe he'll just get second and third in the Holy Bowl and Florida Derby and just get some points.
Yeah, I think that would be just fine. Let's see. The horse is by Awesome Slew out of a Pleasant Tap mare. Maybe get the distance. We'll see. All right, 30 and 31. We're going to Japanese horse and a Florida bred. I bet Geist had those horses on his list. He's probably very upset at 32. Let's bring in Geist and let's see if he's upset. Are you
Yeah,
okay?
I'm actually not upset at all.
Okay.
I didn't want to give Magic the opening to, get up at 5 a.m. and be talking smack about Japanese horses. So
That's good. That's good.
You just gotta. Somebody's going to come out of Japan one of these days. We'll see. Maybe it could be Continue R.
It could be.
Yeah, the Delgado trainee. I actually had that horse at the very, 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 very bottom of my list as like a number 49 pick. So I guess I could see it. Maybe. Yeah. No, and it's possible I'm a little bit out of date, and I can't find any injury notes on this horse, but I'm going to go Curly Jack.
Okay, I think it's a really good pick.
I'm shocked. Once again, shocked it's still hanging around here at 32. So
Doesn't it feel like that's a horse that's just going to run in all of them and might get second and third a lot on this trail?
Yep. I mean, if you don't have one of the ones that's going to win, somebody's got to run second. So I like Curly Jack a lot for that point.
All right. I was thinking, man, maybe he's going to fall to 41. I think that's a good pick. So Curly Jack with a 32nd pick, a horse that is pretty established. So we'll see if Curly Jack can get it done for Geist. All right, let's bring back Vinny for pick 33. All right, Vinny.
All right, you might have to help me with the name here. The Remsen winner, Dubunhill.
I think Magic, come in here real quick and tell us how to say it. You told me the other day. Nope, you're muted. Try again.
It's because I'm sitting over here dropping all the F-bombs trying to understand who the hell you're talking about with these horses. It's W and L, like W ampersand L. Jared, it's Gandolfini. You ever watch Sopranos? James Gandolfini? Jesus Christ. Get some class and culture.
Yeah. On my list that I didn't have every horse. I think there's been a couple drafted that I haven't picked. But he was like one of like 8 or 9 horses I had that have run a 100+ Equibase speed figure already. So kind of surprised he was hanging around. I know it's the Remsen winner, so he won't do anything until he's 4, but we'll see.
Well, it is a Triple Crown league, so definitely
He's
draft
a 4th round pick. He'll at least run, and he should at least run in one of them, and we'll see what happens.
Well, he has proven that he can go a mile and an eighth, so that is definitely the good news. Yeah, I think he fell a little too late, so I think it's a pretty good pick, honestly. So, I like it. All right. Speaking of Jared and trying to get some culture in his life, let's bring him back here with the 34th pick. Hey, Jared.
Man, just getting killed over here. I've never seen one episode of The Sopranos, so just suck it, all you guys. Okay.
I didn't
have
say a
I-
word.
No, not you. No, you're doing great. I have a life though. Okay. Magic.
Yeah.
Okay. By the way, I tried to play your intro clip, Magic. Do not turn that off next time. Okay. I know that was you. I had a perfect intro clip for you guys. When you guys go next, I'm going to play your clip. Just wait. Anyways. All right. This horse is debuting this weekend. If he runs like I hope he does, then this is a steal of a draft pick. I'm going to go, what round are we in? Round 4, my fourth round pick. From the Pletcher barn, Abstract, running in a maiden special weight, $975,000 purchase price for Ripoli stable, St. Elias stable, that, those whole connections. Again, debuting this weekend at Aqueduct, race 6. So there you go.
All right, Abstract debuting this weekend. What made you kind of think, we need to take this debuter?
Well, I mean, okay, a couple things. One, obviously, Mr. Todd Pletcher knows a thing or two about racking up points, especially in these, whether it be Aqueduct or whether it be Gulfstream Park this time of the year. And I don't have any on my team, and I'm kind of trying to decide. I like Classic Catch a little bit, not to give away any of my thoughts there. I had that horse ranked higher, but, Abstract being a Curlin, that big a purchase price, those connections, some of those things to like. Again, playing upside here, I think that horse has a lot of upside. That's the reason why I played that horse.
All right, well, we'll get quick returns. We'll see if Abstract can get the job done at Aqueduct this weekend for Mr. Pletcher. All
at
right.
least I'll know. If a horse sucks, then I'll be looking for a claim here pretty quick. So
that's true. That is very true. And hopefully Taba will debut. Oh, wait, that was last year. So we'll have to wait a little bit.
I still get points for Taba in the Malibu.
No, you do not.
Okay, never mind. Go ahead.
All right. Goodbye, Jared. We'll be back here in just a second. If you like Jared, just stick around. He'll be back here in just a second. But we have got to go to the man, the myth, the legend, Ryan Stillman. He's going to come in and tell us who John and Ryan want at number 35. All right, Ryan.
Wow. Here we are. This is what separates the men from the boys. Wouldn't you agree, Aaron? Right now, we're in the championship rounds.
Yes.
So what could go wrong with this next pick?
Nothing.
Nothing, right? Okay. Anyways, John and Ryan are going with the John and Ryan team are going with Classic Catch. It's a Pletcher maiden winner.
Classic Catch. Ryan, I got good news for you. I had that horse on my list.
This is a positive. Now, for those of you following along at home, Aaron, you can tell me as the dictator of this league, I don't know that anybody in the 5th round or 4th round has won the league for anyone off the top of my head, possibly. So it's always a good thing when someone as sharp as Aaron and Jon White sort of have the same thing. So that's something out there for you people following along. You got any thoughts on that?
It seems like there's been a couple in the 4th round that have went on to do pretty good. It seems like, when did you guys get War of Will that year? Was it the 3rd round?
I believe that was the 3rd round. Yeah, that one definitely comes to mind. But there you go. What did you like? Why don't you tell the people, Aaron? What hit your eye about Classic?
Well, I just think the horse got better second out. The first race got beat by some horses that weren't too bad there at Aqueduct. Rudder's Men was one of the horses that beat Classic Catch. So there you go. Classic Legacy, not a terrible horse either in that race. And then, like I said, next out, Classic Catch ran very well. Pretty good pedigree. I thought, 4th, 5th round, take a little stab. I like it, Ryan. I think it's a pretty good pick.
Well, fingers crossed, and good luck to everyone else. Let's go.
Well, all right. Geez, Ryan, just such a nice guy. All right. Jared, on the other hand, he's not going to wish everybody good luck. He might apologize to Michael, though. We'll see what happens. Let's bring Jared back for pick 36. Will you apologize to Michael before you pick or no?
No.
Okay.
No. I mean, I know what I heard, Michael. Okay. But no, either way, I mean, I'll give you a pass because you're dealing. I know what it's like to be there, sitting there. You're dealing with your daughter, and she's running around and everything. And then on top of that, you got the idiot on the other end of the phone giving you horses that you don't even know. None of us know. So I feel for you a little bit. I'm going to let you. So we've all said things that you're like, oh, it makes sense later. Trust me, I know. So I'll give you a pass. All right. This is my last pick due to my trade with Shoddy. So I'm picking early here. I'm trying to decide. It's a good question. I'll tell you this. It's definitely a Baffert.
Run, you little bitch.
I think I saw someone earlier. Never gets old. That clip literally will live in my head forever.
Yep.
And be great. About boy, this is tough.
A stupid, naive, silly little goose.
Okay. You're not controlling that out, I don't imagine.
No.
Give me someone's going to pronounce, is it caramel? Is it caramel? You guys want to bash that? Caramel Road, whatever.
Okay. All right. You don't have to get so mean about it.
I'm just waiting. No, I'm just kidding. Bob Baffert horse debuted back in August. Came back, ran in the futurity. Baffert was awful. Baffert said, "Hey, that was a mistake." Obviously, running this weekend in the Los Al futurity. So I believe is the second choice there behind Arabian Lion there. So maybe I get some points here quick. And being the horse is a well-bred, got the connections, obviously. Maybe I'll rack up some points. And remember, what was the horse you had that one year that just racked up all those second and third place finishes on that West Coast circuit? Whoever it was, that's kind of what I'm looking to do with this horse.
I think that Instilled Regard, I've had a mini that have done that. I think Regard was one of them for sure.
It's kind of your thing, so never mind.
Yeah.
Anyway,
all right. So
I've got
Caramel Road at 36 for Jared. All right, let's bring in Paul for the 37th pick. All right, Paul, who we got? Nope, I think you're muted, Paul.
How about this? A little better.
There you go. Yep.
Yeah. Well, it seems like I haven't been here for a little while, which is factual, I guess. But good thing is I've got to see a lot of horses that I had on my lists come off the list, and a few that I didn't. Thank you, Michael and Dan. So I'm actually going to go back to the West Coast here. This horse actually narrowly lost in its first race to the horse that went number 13 overall. And then came back and won its maiden by 6.5. So I'm going to go Spun Intended.
Spun Intended. Yeah, I think that's a pretty kind of a sleeper. I had that as a late third, fourth round pick. Are you worried about the competition that horse is probably going to have to face, though?
Well, at this late in the draft, if you can get a horse that can get second and third, in multiple races and just rack up some points, and there's always a race in Northern California that gets you a few points and gets you entry into the Preakness, so that may be a route as well.
Yep, and the Sunland Derby. I think Spun Intended Sunland Derby makes a ton of sense. So we'll see. All right, Spun Intended with 37. The Magic Mike Show comes back with 38. Jared has an intro. Magic, you can't stop it. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Competing at a combined weight of 405 pounds. They are the reigning, defending, undisputed racing dudes Triple Crown champions of the world, the Magic Mike Show.
Wow. I gotta say, that's impressive.
You know?
That's the most Jared's worked since Halloween. I'm very impressed by that, Jared. Good job. You must have put a whole that was like a month and a half's worth of work right there for you. You put into that time. Speaking of time, Jared, I know you don't hear this because it would take 30 seconds for you to hear it, but wrap it up, man. After 30 seconds, like we got shit to do, places to be. You know, some of us got women to go. Anyways, hey, speaking of women, you know, we talked earlier tonight about how the much maligned Linda Rice needs some damn respect on her name. There's another woman that deserves some damn respect on her name. We're going to bring her in. So as the champions of the Racing Dudes Triple Crown Fantasy League, it should be the Magic Mike Fantasy League after this year.
Rename that.
We're important guys. We need, you know, a little extra assistance. So we went out and got ourselves the perfect valet, and she's here to make our pick. Let's bring in Dr. Miranda to make the 4th round pick. Dr. Miranda, we'll back out of here. The floor is yours.
Well, what do we have here? It looks like everybody from the Racing Dudes team is here, plus more. I mean, you guys wouldn't have a party without me, would you? I mean, this isn't the draft, is it? The same draft I've been snubbed the last 3 years, the one I was promised to be in last year. I mean, no invite for Dr. Miranda. I thought maybe this was like a sexist thing, like no girls allowed. But I mean, we got Shoddy in here, girl. Good luck to you. Homegirl can't even get an invite from her own team. I mean, I guess this just shows that hard work does not pay off. I've been doing videos for 3 years for free. Not good enough. Won a Racing Dudes tournament, not good enough. I mean, I even made you a personalized hockey Christmas present.
Sure.
Still not good enough, Aaron. But before I make this pick for the Magic Mike Show, I just want to share a couple things from my diary, okay?
Okay.
My favorite, okay? We talked about this at Breeders' Cup. We fist bumped at the Kentucky Derby. I thought that was really special to you. It was very special to me. But now this is your picture in my diary, okay? Can you see this?
That's not nice.
And you know what? What's even worse? We took a great picture at the Breeders' Cup together. You know what?
We did.
That never got posted on Twitter. Is that because I'm on the outskirts? Here's this photo. You guys see this one? I mean, I hope everybody in here does great. And I hope everybody comes ahead of Aaron. He's the worst in here. I have a red check mark next to your name. And just for the record, the Racing Dudes has one less subscriber. But good luck to everybody in here besides Aaron. Magic Mike Show is going to pick Rocket Can.
Rocket Can gonna win a bunch of races in Florida. See, here's what we learned last year. You can win the league in the 4th round, White Barrio, if you took the right Florida horse. We just did. Mike, I'm gonna bring you in here too, because this is a horse that was very impressive once he finally stretched out to 2 turns. He was in a race that Churchill missed by that much in just his 4th career start, in a much faster time than not only the Kentucky Jockey Club, but Hoosier Philly, who went 14th overall. They were over a second faster than that little girl's butt. So I'm just saying, we got a nice little steal here.
Nothing's gone wrong when we picked horses named Rocket or Milmont horses. So this is totally going to work out.
Can I ask you guys one question before you leave? Yes. How much did the horse lose by again? How much?
Magic.
They don't matter.
No, just show me, please, Magic. Show me how much again. You showed us. Show me again. I missed it. Oh,
how much?
Don't do that to Dr. Miranda, Magic. All right, let's go back. Let's go to the 3rd.
Hello? Where's the beef?
Wendy's kind of people never ask, where's the beef?
I don't think there's anybody there.
All right, let's go back to the 39th pick. I think we've got Evil Steve-O on the line. We also have Kelby. Let's bring him in now with pick 39. There they are. All right, we'll kick it to Evil first since he's had some troubles. You're with us. Welcome.
I've been with you for the past hour and a half, just having technical difficulties. So,
what did you think of Dr. Miranda's little speech?
First of all, it's a crime that she doesn't have her own team already in this league. Love Dr. Miranda in the videos. She should be in here. She'd
I
probably
agree.
win it too. She'd probably show us all up.
Maybe that's why she's not in it.
Oh, that's probably true. Scared.
Kelby, I saw you laughing. You liked it.
Of course I did.
All right. Well, who are you guys going with the 39th pick?
I think we're going to go Baffert again and go Gilmore.
Gilmore, recent maiden special weight winner. What'd you like about Gilmore?
It's Baffert. It's out of Uncle Mo, and he showed a little something in that maiden win. So hopefully, he got some potential there.
I like it. I think Gilmore's going to be pretty good. I had that one on the list, guys. That's a good one. All right. Well, you'll be back one more time, Steve. We're going to have you back. So I'm glad you're here now. All right. 39th pick, Evil Stevel. Kelby going to go with Gilmore. Let's bring back Paul with pick number 40. All right, Paul, you're back. And you're muted again. Paul, come on. You're killing me.
I think you unmuted me and I muted you. I muted on top of you, I think. So
Oh, maybe.
we're just not in sync today. So
No.
well, there's always Dr. Miranda. I think you guys are really clicking, so that should work out better for you. But no, at this point in time, you're really just reaching and hoping you catch a lightning in a bottle here. But I'm going to go. I'm going to take the maiden route. I'm going to go away from Bob Baffert. I think Pletcher's got a pretty nice maiden that's getting ready to come to the track. Training in South Florida. I'm going to go with the King's Barn. Uncle Mo, Tappet Mare. Again, another horse that is bred to run all day.
I feel like Dr. Miranda and I are closer after that. Actually, I do feel like we've grown closer together. What do you think?
Absolutely. I can see you guys are very tight right now, and she has a lot of affection for you, and that was on display today.
Yeah, I agree. I think the feelings are strong. I don't know in which way, but strong feelings are better than no feelings. That's my feelings on that. All right, Paul, thanks. We'll see you one or two more times. Is it one more time? Yeah, one more time. We'll see you. King's Barn in the 40th pick. All right, 41st pick. I don't have a Steve Asmussen horse yet. I'm going to draft 41st. I'm going to go with Red Route 1. This horse had all kinds of trouble in the Kentucky Jockey Club Stakes. Just could not get through. Just all kinds of traffic. I think the horse is going to really like going longer. Gun runner horse by a Tappet Mare. Only problem is I've kind of heard rumors that he might be going like to the UAE Derby and that route, which probably means they don't think real highly of him. But it also means, hey, if he's decent, he can go win that race. That's worth a decent amount of points. So I'm going to take a shot with Red Route 1 to kick off the last round. All right, Evil Stevel and Kelby, pick 42. All right, boys. Who's it going to be?
I think Kelby's going to take this one.
Oh, okay. Good enough. Mr. Ripple.
Ooh, I like this pick, Kelby.
Yeah, me too. Yep. I'm pretty excited about it.
Ooh, really?
I mean, yeah. Yep, he's 1 for 1, Safi Joseph. I mean, swing away.
I like it. Mr. Ripple. Kelby, you've changed clothes. Are you going out tonight?
Nope, absolutely not.
Really? Wow, look at you.
Yep.
Okay.
We're riding the wagon.
What about Evil Stevel? You going out tonight?
No.
That was an emphatic no. Okay.
All right.
Well, makes sense. Take him with you. No, just kidding. All right, 42nd pick, Mr. Ripple. I did have that one. I almost took that one. I think that's a pretty good pick. All right, Magic Mike Show coming back with 43. I can't wait to see what they have in store for me this time.
Mr. Ripple, you said swing away on Mr. Ripple there. Swing away, I think, is what one of his legs is doing. He's hurt and he's going to be out for a while. So, great pick, guys, already. And by the way, I see why Stevel threw it to Kelby, because he didn't know who to pick. And Stevel, honestly, you couldn't really have done any worse unless you picked. Well, we won't get morbid. Mike, do you want to tell the folks at home who we're taking with our 5th and final pick here?
Yeah, we're going to end this thing off with Phileas Fogg out of the Stidham barn for Godolphin. Wire-to-wire winner down at Gulfstream, breaking the maiden. Down at Fairgrounds, breaking the maiden. We're just going to roll out Louisiana, baby. We're going with the GEOUX, whatever the hell they spell it. We're going to win all the fairground points.
I'm just happy you could say it, Mike. That's really what matters the most in this spot.
Well, I want to thank you both. You guys have been fantastic guests on the fantasy draft tonight. Really, really appreciate it. Let's go back to Free Beers at number 44. Let's see if he's on mute. Here we go. All right.
No mute this time.
Yes.
Aaron, I want to tell you what my single greatest disappointment in this draft tonight is actually you.
Okay.
So that you could have continued your success or lack of success, however you want to go with that, by selecting horses with the name Jack in them, and you have picked 5 horses and did not pick Jackstown. I'm not picking the horse either, but I was extremely disappointed that you did not pick that horse tonight. So with that being said, I'm going to take the same route, no pun intended, that you did. I'm going to try and find a Steve Asmussen horse that is going to pick up some points for me, probably down in Louisiana. So I'm going to go with Gun Pilot.
Ooh, Gun Pilot. Boy, he's got all the gun runners, doesn't he?
He has them all. Yes.
he's loaded, as they would say in the gun language. All right, Gun Pilot at 44 for Paul. All right. We're going to bring back Shoddy and Davey. This will be the first of 2 last round picks for them. At 45, let's bring back Shoddy and Davey. Shoddy's up there just laughing like crazy.
Like the message before he said that, we're like, yeah, Gun Pilot. No!
Taken right as we were discussing, like, all right, this one's the one.
Well, Gun Pilot is gone. Now who are you guys going with?
Well,
so we're going to go with...
Okay, go ahead. You go ahead.
We're going to go with Shebway.
Okay. Why?
Shebway, it's a Todd Pletcher. Just recently added to the Todd Pletcher barn, so got the trainer upgrade. It's out of race day. This horse was second to Extra Anejo recently and was still about 5 lengths clear of the rest of the group, although it was pretty good ways behind Extra Anejo, who's now injured and was taken in the first round. So going to take a nice step forward, going to take some points, and it's a solid pick, we think.
All right. Well, let's see.
Not mad.
Yeah.
Not mad.
All right. All right. By the way, Shoddy, I just want to congratulate you for being a female and being in this league.
Sorry, Miranda.
All right. I better get him off there before we go to 46. Let's go to John and Ryan. Ryan Stillman is standing by with pick 46. And maybe there he is. Okay.
Good to see you again. Okay, John and Ryan with our final pick. Take Grass Star Paxa Wallop, who has worked well on dirt and probably will be trying dirt again in an upcoming stakes race at Santa Anita.
Can I ask you a question?
Yes, although I don't know if I'll be able to answer it, but feel free to.
This does not, I mean, doesn't it feel like 'tis the bomb?
This one could be, it is the bomb, it could be, but let me ask you something as a question for you.
Sure.
5th round, take a swing? I mean, honestly, not the worst thing. We've seen crazier stuff. We saw a horse once who was a sprinter on the grass in Japan, I think, taken in the 5th round. So there's been crazier stuff here for whatever it's, if you're against it. But you know my motto, in John we trust. Let's see how it plays out. I'm excited. Paxa Wallop, our 5th pick.
All right. Paxa Wallop going with the 46th pick. Thank you very much, Mr. Stillman. All right, let's go back to one of the best females to ever do it. Let's go to Shoddy and then her partner, Davey, with the 47th pick. I'm digging myself a hole.
Man. I was trying to give like Dr. Miranda like Christmas gifts that I've sent to Magic, and now she's gonna be like, no, yeah, throw it out the door. We're gonna go with Practical Move, Tim Yakteen.
I like this horse. Practical Move. Why do you guys like him?
Just man, 4 starts, finishing the money each time. Good for points.
I like it. I like it very much. And as Vicky quickly points out, the best and only female to do it.
Oh gosh.
By the way,
go ahead.
Go ahead.
I was like, oh, it'll be a real shame we don't make it next year. Oh, Miranda will take over then. All right.
Well, speaking of Christmas presents for Miranda, I think I'm the one that's on the hook for that one. Oh, and there's a kid. Okay.
He's a cute. I have 3 in the background, but this one wants to be in my lap.
I love it. I love cats. You know that. You know the story of the cat. So
then he leaves. All right.
All right, guys. Practical Move at 47. Geez, she brings the cats out and Magic takes them off screen. Can't believe it. All right, 48. Let's bring Vinny back. Hopefully he's not mad at me. Vinny, 48.
I'm gonna be honest. I've just been looking for a horse to take in this last pick.
I hear you.
Yep. But what would a dynasty team be without a Mark Cassie trainee? I'm going with Determinedly for Mark Cassie.
I like that horse.
Yeah. 6 starts, but only 2 on dirt, and the dirt starts have been okay. He finished second to Arabian Night in Arabian Night's debut, and then he came back to win easily, won by like 7 or something next time out on the dirt. So probably not as good as Arabian Night, but Mark Cassie might send him to Tampa or something, and he usually has success in the Tampa Bay Derby, so we'll see. He's currently at Fairgrounds working out, so not too happy about that, but hopefully he moves in.
Oh, you never. There's worse places. They have a lot of preps over there.
At least he's working.
Yeah, exactly. It's better than some of these horses, right?
Yep.
All right, Determinedly 48th pick. Let's keep it going. Let's get these last 2 in here. Geist with the 49th pick. Let's bring him in. All right, the coveted 49th pick. Who you got?
Yeah, I was going to stick with my theory of trainers who people just want to root for. So, there was a Peter Miller trainee out there that no one had taken yet. And I mean, who doesn't root for Peter Miller all the time? But I decided I wasn't going to do that because Michael actually left the door open for the actual Japanese champion to emerge.
Uh-oh.
So the horse that beat Continuar in their last race and who has won his last 3 races, Derma Sotagake, is my pick here in the 5th round. just won a prep 2 nights ago. Is the Japanese Derby leader right now, 20 points. So that is it. I'm going to get it 5 points at a time. It'll probably be my first drop. So
it's Magic wrote someone from Japan. I don't think Magic knows how to spell the name. So and I'm not going to attempt to say it. So someone from Japan goes 49th. Magic will look that up for you later. So, all right, let's bring in Dan for the 50th pick. It's Mr. Irrelevant this year. Who is it going to be? Who's this 50th horse taken? Let's bring in Dan. And by Dan, I meant Michael. Let's bring in Michael.
So Mr. Irrelevant, I'm hoping he's been training back on dirt after getting his brakes blown off by the European horses. I'm going to go with Major Dude.
Major Dude. You think this horse is going to take to the dirt?
Well, he started on the dirt, ran, all right in the Sanford, but that's a sprint. And he's been training back on the dirt. He was training on the turf leading up to Breeders' Cup. So I'm assuming if he's training back on the dirt, that Pletcher's switching him back.
Yep. I think
it's also the 50th pick, so,
You just take a swing with it. I get it. Yeah. Major Dude. Also very good name. Major Dude. All right. That's it. That is the draft. We've drafted 50. Let's bring Jared back in. he's kind of analyzing these teams. Jared, who do you think won the draft tonight?
Oh man, I'm just glad it's over. Boy, I don't know. I've just kind of focused on my team right now. It seemed like Free Beers took a lot of horses that I was looking at closely. You did well as well. God, I'll tell you what. I mean, isn't it if you take one, isn't one Japanese horse too many in this league? How do we have two in this league?
I don't know.
We had two Japanese horses and a filly drafted this year, which I can't say too much. I did draft a filly one year that did not work out, but to have all three, that's pretty amazing. Honestly, I hate to even say this, but maybe there's some jiving going on between these two that you heard it firsthand from Kelby, how good they're clicking. Evil Steve and Kelby, I like the way they drafted. There's a few horses in there. Forte is going to be he's going to be solid, obviously. Tabit's Conquest, a horse that I had on my list. Fort Bragg's a horse I had pretty high on my list. Gilmore's a horse I had on my list. And Mr. Ripple, even though the horse apparently is hurt, according to our esteemed colleague down below, is a horse I had on my list as well. So that they did well.
I agree. I think they did very well. I like my team a little bit. I think Magic Mike's pretty good as well. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. I think the winners tonight is I hate to say it, Dr. Miranda. That's probably one of the funniest things we've ever had on our airways. I have to give her credit for that. She stepped up in a big way tonight.
Yeah. First of all, I don't appreciate she threw me under but I was like, hey, listen, she attacked me. And I said, hey, I have nothing to do with this league. It's very clear. I've tried to give ideas, and he's very adamant that he is the dictator. So I don't even try it. I just find out like the rest of you. So she came after me. I don't appreciate that. But I was, she didn't attack me in it, but the picture she showed had me and a clown. So I was like, what the hell,
Well,
so
to be fair, I don't think she likes you very much.
Guilty by well, that's possible as well, but guilty by association as well. I feel like so. Why didn't you invite her? What's up with that?
I don't know. I didn't. She never asked. I'm very clear to people. If you ask me, I'll let you in. Shoddy and Davey asked. I said sure.
Well, that's true.
I can't remember her ever asking. That's all it is.
Davey wants to know, Davey and Shoddy, real thoughts on their team. Let's go through their team real fast as the newcomers to the league. National Treasure, that's the horse they really wanted in the first round. Who's your filly? That was a reach.
I don't like that one.
I like that horse. Don't get me wrong. I have that horse on my list. I don't think I would have drafted the horse, but definitely deserves to be ranked, I think. Who else? Where did they pick again?
Verifying.
Yeah, like that one.
That's okay. Yeah.
And
where else? Who else do they have?
I'm not even going to try to pronounce the last one. So
yeah, that horse is okay. Practical Move is okay. I mean, I think they've had potential.
I think the Hoosier Philly pick is, although we could look back. I mean, I've found in the past, like even if that horse picks up 5 points here and there in the Phillies, like it's not going to make a huge difference, but it could be enough to keep you kind of treading water until like National Treasure wins a big race or whatever. So the horse has more talent than a lot of these horses on the list. Let's put it that way.
I agree. Yeah, I definitely agree. And National Treasure's in the right hands. Verifying's in the right hands. I think Hoosier Philly, here's the deal. If you wanted that horse, that's good. But I think it was a reach. I think they could have got that horse with some of those later picks, and then it's not, it doesn't look quite as risky is the word. Because you're right. I mean, Hoosier Philly's nice, but at 14 might be a little bit of a stretch.
So not to get you, if you don't want to answer this question, you don't have to, since, there might be some gamemanship going on. But who's a horse that you had pretty, let's say top 20 in your list that you didn't draft as well as no one else did that, that you think is interesting? Was there anybody left, or did everybody go?
Honestly, it was a dream draft for me. I got exactly who I wanted. Fort Bragg, that's one I thought I could get, but I didn't, I got Reincarnate, kind of the same deal. But no, there really is. Corona Bolt was one that I thought could fall to 24. I thought about taking that horse. I think that was a really good pick by you in the third round. But not really. I had Victory Formation as a top 10. So him getting 17, I was pretty happy about that. And so on. I mean, so I'm pretty happy with the draft.
Yeah, I really liked Victory Formation. Tell you what, a horse that I had listed as a kind of I ranked pretty highly, but again, I don't know, if I didn't get, once I got extra Nao, once that trade happened, I kind of fell off of this horse just by the barn. But Disarmed for Asmussen. Have you seen this horse?
Yep, I had that horse on the list. That was one I definitely thought about. Disarm, I don't know, kind of an up and comer. We'll have to see. I just liked Red Route 1 a little bit better, but same with like Gun Pilot. I had that horse on the list too that went at 44. Just kind of went with more of an established horse at 41. But yeah, Disarm was one that was I did have listed.
Obviously, homebred Winchester. It's got all the the gun runners. Out of a mare by Tappet. Hadn't seen since Saratoga, but looked really good at Saratoga. So again, isn't on the work report. Lots, like, we don't even know when this horse will be back. But yeah, I mean, I thought if it maybe the poor man's extra Neho or someone like that, if I didn't end up with that horse. So Red Route 1 did go. Halterman took that horse.
Yep,
Shoddy.
41.
I like that pick too. That was one I had on my list as well. So there was
kind of seems like a hit the board type,
there's only a few that people that were picked that I was like, excluding the Dan and the Dan team, the Dan and Michael team. There's a lot of horses that I knew, I had on my list. So I think it's a good draft. It's a good top 50. Once we ranked or post this on the website, it'll be a good top 50 to kind of go off of to start off the year.
Yep, absolutely. And this draft board you see will be up on the website. I think Magic, it's his job to put that up on the website, and he will do that for us. So Magic will definitely have that. All right, any closing thoughts, or should we end this marathon?
I think it's time to end the marathon. By the way, I did get he had to secretly message me. He loved my clip that Magic did, by the way. He loved what I did, the clip. So he won't admit it because he's all like, what do you call it? Heel? He's a heel?
He's a heel, yes.
Yeah. He's trying really hard. He's even working down below with the glass. He's not even have to be on air again, and he's still dressed the part. He probably goes, I hope he goes to bed. I hope Celeste gets that at night too.
I'm not going to comment on that. I don't want to think about that, actually.
All right. That's all tell me of, guys. We got to wrap this thing up. Remember, we are your destination site for all free horse racing picks and, of course, Racing Dudes premium picks at the website at racingdudes.com. And remember, all this stuff you're seeing here will be on the site as well. So if you want to follow along, we'll do updates throughout the year. Blinkers Off, Magic Mike, all those shows. We'll be doing updates throughout the year with claims and things of that nature as the league gets going. Obviously, as they turn into. By the way, I guess I have to remind me: does it only start when they're 3?
Yes, that's right. So these first preps as 2-year-olds, they don't count. It starts January 1st is when the league starts. Yes,
gotcha. I thought that was the case, but. So when you have a horse like rolls in this race tonight, or this weekend, I guess it only just gives you upside, right?
Yep, exactly. So, yep.
Another shitty part of the league. They should get points for it. But anyways,
right. Yeah.
We're on Twitter at Racing_Dudes, Instagram, Facebook. You can follow episodes of Blinkers Off by visiting our podcast page, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, all the places you listen to podcasts. Make sure you'll check out the Magic Mike Show. That's right. I will still plug them. They did the Gulfstream Park Saturday late pick 5 this weekend. So if you want just like handicapping, go look at that. And of course, if you want thoughts on the Los Alpha Chariot, if you want thoughts on the Springboard Mile, make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel, hit like, Make sure you hit that notification bell. Make sure you subscribe to our channel. Of course, go to racingdudes.com. We have all the info there as well. Halterman, this is your baby. This is your yearly show, your claim to fame. What are your thoughts? And why don't you wrap it up for us?
Yeah, everybody, thanks very much, everybody, for coming out and watching today and supporting us. And thanks for all the team members for playing again this year. It's always a lot of fun. Thank you, Dr. Miranda, for coming in as well. We really appreciate seeing you and cutting that great promo that I think Magic taught you how to do. And Magic saying no, she did it on her own. That's even more impressive. All right, guys. Yeah, that's it. That's all I got. Goodbye.
All right, guys. You did great. I'm Jared Welch. He's Aaron Halterman. Good luck to everybody in the 2023 Racing Dudes Triple Crown Fantasy League Draft.